Hi, David, I have a call for you. I'm just putting it through. All right, mate. Dave here. Listen, I know you've only come in to clean up the place, but I've got a bit caught up, so you're going to have to run the news tonight. Now, don't worry, it's not hard, and I'm going to stay on the phone and help you. First, I'm going to give you a quick tour of the broadcast room, so if you're not doing it already, look forwards towards all those screens. Right, look up at the top. That coloured bar is your audience. You want to keep the viewers going up and not down. Underneath that, you've got the screens. The one on the right is the broadcast screen. That's what the viewers are seeing at home. It's only a couple of seconds behind the master screen there in the middle. That's the one you control. Now, the four small screens on the left show the different signals coming from the studio, and you can choose between them using the numbered buttons on the vision mixer at the bottom left. Don't worry, I'll talk you through it and you'll pick it up in no time. Now, have a look to your left. These plugs control everything in the studio. I've left them set up for you, so provided you haven't fiddled with them, all you have to do now is throw the master trip switch and we're in business. Once you've got the power on, face the front again. You can see on the broadcast screen that we're in the end titles for the show before us. Fortunately, they go on for fucking ages, so there's plenty of time for me to explain... Oh, right, okay, they're over, so we haven't got long now till the broadcast. Right, quickly, mate, look down under the desk. You can see a load of videotapes on the left. They're your adverts. Pick any three and load them into the machines on the right. When you've done that, look up to the front again.
Take on four old ladies from East Grinching. That's followed at 8 p.m. by award-winning documentary series The Shape of Now, which tonight...
Right, won't be long now till the signal starts coming through from the station. Stay on your toes. All the bigwigs are in tonight because of the election, so we better not make any mistakes.
Relax with multiple award-winning movie The Freedom.
When you get the signal, select screen 1 with the vision mixer and we're ready to go.
Prawn and mayonnaise?
You know CV makes me cry on pastries.
Yeah, thought it might increase our viewing figures.
Every day. You offer me prawns every day.
10 seconds, everybody. That's how I show love.
You're trying to kill it.
And yet you persist.
Going
Going 5, 4.
But now, it's time to join Jeremy Donaldson. For the
Good
National
evening.
Night News.
I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Our main stories tonight.
Okay, we're all good. Next thing is going to be to throw the news titles on screen 2. There'll be a countdown, but I'll count you in as well. Just relax, mate. It's all gravy.
Buys Honest Andy's Totally Independent and corners the flowered market. Top chat. Sports fans everywhere celebrate as popular footballer Johnny Hamsleeves wins Sports Personality of the Year. And a spoonful of sugar. Meghan will be chatting with movie star Lawrence Bunderclatch about his new movie, The Medicated. And, of course, we'll be going live to Advance headquarters to hear what the leaders of this fledgling party have to say on their historic victory.
Right, button 2 in 3, 2, bit early there, mate. Next thing is to throw back to Jeremy with button 1 when that globe in the middle shrinks down and vanishes.
Going in 5, 4.
Bit early there, mate.
But first, the votes are in and it's a decisive win for Advance. The landslide
We usually get a bit of interference at this time of night, so keep your eye on the machine at the bottom right. All you have to do is keep the green wave in the white bit. You can move it up and down using the scroll wheel.
But critics have accused him of a severe lack of actual policies and of being deliberately vague. The opposition parties have all conceded defeat to Advance's overwhelming mandate, but have yet to appear publicly. However, former Home Secretary...
Great, it's going well. All you've got to do now is play the advert at the end of the segment. Make sure you don't play it too early or we'll all get fired. Now, the clock at the top is counting you down to the advert. When it reaches 0, press one of the 3 play ad buttons over there at the bottom right. I normally play the first one at the first break and so on, but you can play them in any order you want. I'll count you into it as well, but keep your eye on the clock.
To hear the co-leader's acceptance speech.
And 3, 2, 1, advert.
1 minute back, everybody. Jeremy, I need you to fill out the
What? Why?
Wanker Snatch is running late.
Oh.
Classic ask him about the election.
Personally, I wouldn't try to confuse you with any big words.
My salad weekly.
I thought that was our little
Now,
secret.
and every week we'll send you anything.
I'm deeply uncomfortable with your burgeoning friendship.
Build your collection week by week, and very soon.
Wicked. We've made it to the first ad break. You're doing great, mate. But this is where it starts getting a bit trickier. This next sequence is what we call a multicam sequence, because you're going to be cutting between multiple cameras to keep things interesting. A lot of it's down to personal taste, but here's 3 good rules of thumb. 1. Try and keep the shot on whoever is doing the talking. 2. Don't stay on the same shot for too long, 10 seconds at the most. So if you're on the person who's talking, try and throw in the odd reaction shot or pull out to the wide shot for a bit just to keep it interesting. 3. Don't stay on reaction shots for too long. A couple of seconds is usually enough. Then the audience want to see who's doing the talking, yeah? Stick to these rules and you'll be fine. It's not as complicated as it sounds. You've seen programmes on television, haven't you? Make it look like those. Might as well get screen 1 selected now. No need to wait for the broadcast to start. Try and stay ahead, mate.
Quiet in the studio.
Your crunchy cubes will look
Thank you so much.
Carby best.
10 seconds, everybody.
This exclusive offer is available for a limited time.
Going in 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Later, we'll be hearing from shock election winners Advance. But first
Get
off,
ready to go to Megan on screen 4.
is here with a star of both stage and screen. Megan?
Thank you, Jeremy. Megan Wolfe, culture correspondent. And today I have a guest who starred in everything from Shakespeare
Right,
to the
go to
shop
Blunderclatch on screen 3 when she says his name.
by none other than Lawrence Blunderclatch. Thank you so much for coming on.
Oh, my dear.
Go to 3, go to 3.
That being with you here today is among the...
Switch to 2 for the wide now.
May I say, having you here with us is among ours.
Right, now just try and stay on whoever's talking.
Your latest movie, which is called The Medicated.
The medicated, yes.
Wow, what was that like?
Well, as I said to Peter at the Rat, that's Peter Jensen, the director.
Give us a look at Megan's reaction. Lovely. Now back to Thunder Twat.
I've worked with him on several movies, all terribly successful. I said to Peter, what a wild ride this has been. And you know what, Megan? I really meant that.
Wow, that is fantastic. And am I right in saying that the character you play in this movie is quite an academic one?
Absolutely right. A scientist.
Was that a challenge at all?
What exactly are you implying? But seriously, yes, you're right. It was a complete departure from my last starring role when I played Sergeant Brock Rockman in Bullet Man. You'll remember that that was the true story of one soldier's fight for a love that surpasses all others. A love, of course, for freedom. I think it's grossed over $1 billion, but honestly, who's counting?
It's a role that saw you scoop 2 Best Actor awards, if I remember correctly.
It's so sweet of you to mention it, but I really am not in it for the awards, although those 3 little statues do take quite a place on my mantelpiece.
With all the others, I'm sure. So, if you're not doing it for the awards, what is it then that drives you?
That is a beautiful question, Megan, and not easy to answer. Like you, I'm afraid. Cut me, and I will bleed. And often, that's how it feels, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Bleeding, giving, suffering for one's audience. I suppose in the end, I do it for the difference it makes. I do it for the people that I inspire. The little people. But most of all, I think I do it for the positive change that I can bring about in the world.
And today, of course, we're in for some real change, it looks like, in the coming few months. What do you make of this historic election result?
Oh, well. Well, now you're asking. Historic election result. Indeed. Historic is the word. Well, difficult, isn't it? Very difficult. But I think I've always been quite clear that when it comes to politics, one should always strive to not fuck things up.
Shit, he swore. Well, don't worry, you won't do it
Sorry,
again.
I said fuck.
Shit, he did it again. Okay, don't panic. I'll explain how to deal with swearing at the break.
Medicated, which opens next week around
Right, they've swapped the shot of Jeremy on screen 1 for a VT of the movie clip. You'll get a countdown on the screen, but I'll just let Megan cue you in.
My character, Dr. Lance Hemlock, is faced with a decision that could affect humanity's very survival.
exciting stuff. Let's take a look. Exciting stuff.
And we're out. And we're out.
Oh, looks like Blunderclatch is losing it in the studio, but we ain't got time for that now because there's more interference coming in, and this time it's a bit trickier. When you need to adjust the height or the width of the wave, hold down middle mouse and move the mouse around.
It's your fault.
You think I don't know that?
No, Lance, we mustn't.
Dr. Lance to you, Miss Flanagan.
Did it for you, baby. All for you.
Dr. Hemlock.
I'm gonna change the world, you know? But when I listen to you.
Dr. Hemlock.
You told me, but I didn't listen.
Doctor,
I'm drowning, Lance, you said.
you need to see this.
No, it's all too late. The virus. The sterility. This folder. This is the key.
Stop it all.
Yes!
At the end of the clip, you'll want to play another ad. Remember to use the clock at the top to count you in.
We should.
Right, I guess I better explain how to deal with bleeping out swear words. As you've probably noticed, the broadcast screen, here, is about 2 seconds behind the master screen, here. When someone says a naughty word, the bleep button lights up, like this. 2 seconds later, you'll hear that swear word going out on the broadcast, and you need to hold down the bleep button or the spacebar on your keyboard for as long as the swear word lasts. It can take a bit of practice getting used to hearing 2 things at once. Just stay calm and you'll get it. And if you can't tell when to bleep, just above the button, you'll literally be able to see the sound scrolling by. All you gotta do is hold it down while the red bit is over the red line. Simple. Of course, if you do it by eye, you'll have to take your eye off the screens. That's why real professionals do it by ear. Most people like to have the volume of the broadcast screen a little bit below the master screen. Let's set it now. As you turn it up, you'll hear the advert getting louder. Good. You're set to start censoring. Like I say, it takes a little practice, but I'll try and help you through it, and soon we'll have you bleeping like a pro. Remember, button lights up, count 1,
Only
2,
85 minutes from the
and
coast,
hold it
and with
down.
more than 2 areas of outstanding natural interest. Isn't it time your family went bombly away?
Remember to select screen 1 now that you've got the feed. Don't wait for the broadcast to go live. That's too late. You can use the number buttons on your keyboard, 1 to 4.
Seriously?
We've had worse. 5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. And I'm told we can now go live to advance headquarters. Peter Clement and Julia Salisbury are about to make their acceptance address. Are about to make their acceptance address.
Cut to the outside broadcast.
Go for it, Pat.
Shall I start?
Get ready
Go
to
for
bleep.
it, Pat.
Thank you all for
Okay.
coming, and thank you all
where
for
do I
coming,
start?
and well,
What a
where do I
day.
start?
They said we
What
couldn't
a
do
day.
it.
They
They
certainly
said we
did.
couldn't
They
do it.
certainly
Every
did.
dirty,
They
low-down,
used.
lying,
Every
southern
dirty,
bastard
low-down,
try out
lying,
against southern
You,
bastard. I had against
Nice.
You saw right through
People,
there. You saw
I'm
right
sorry about the
through
language
there.
there. I'm sorry about the
I've had a
language
couple
there.
of celebrations.
Sorry about that. I've
Makes
had a
me
couple of celebrations.
Coarser than the Granny's
Makes
fanny.
me
Coarser than the
Memorably
Granny's.
put. memorably
Nailed it.
put. But to be honest, who can blame Peter for celebrating? But to be honest, who can blame
Throughout
Peter
the
for
campaign,
celebrating?
you've heard us say that
Throughout the
advance are
campaign,
not
you've
a
heard us
political
say
party.
that advance are not
A party's
a political
what you have
party.
when things are going well.
A party's what you have when
the
things are
country
going
is
well.
suffering. You don't need a party.
When the country is suffering,
You
you
need
don't
a
need a
team.
party. A team
You need a
that can
team.
change things.
A team that can change
But today
things.
is day one of a new
But today
future.
is day one
a
of
better,
a new future.
fairer future.
A better,
So perhaps
fairer
we should all be
future.
celebrating.
Except
so
for the
perhaps we
rich.
should all be
For
celebrating.
them the party's
Except for the
over.
rich.
They shouldn't be
For them the
celebrating.
party's over. They shouldn't be
putting their
celebrating.
shit in pants
They
on
should
and
be
opening their
putting their
dusty checkbook. Pants on and
Again,
opening their dusty
colourfully
checkbook.
put, but
Again,
not
colourfully
inaccurate, but not
Before we
inaccurate.
came out here to address the nation,
Before we
used
came
our
out here to
executive
address the
powers
nation, we
to
used
pass
our
the
executive
Assets and
powers
Wealth Act. To pass the
Working with
Assets
the
and
tax
Wealth
office,
Act.
we have produced a
Working with the
definitive
tax
list
office,
of every
we have
person in
produced
the
a
country with
definitive
wealth
list of
into the
every
millions.
person in the country with
know
wealth
the
into the
sort.
millions.
Probably you rather you
know
don't.
the sort.
Because
Probably
the
you-
likes
you
of
rather
you
you
and
don't.
me are
Because
not
the likes
welcome
of
in their
you
gated
and me
communities.
are not welcome in their
Tomorrow
gated
we will be
communities.
introducing a sweeping
Tomorrow
reform
we
of
will
the
be
tax
introducing
system in
a
this
sweeping
country.
reform of the tax
No more
system
hiding
in this
wealth
country.
offshore.
No more hiding
trust
wealth
funds or
offshore,
creative
no more
accounting.
trust funds
A
or
simpler,
creative accounting.
fairer,
Unavoidable
simpler,
set of
fairer,
tax laws.
Unavoidable
So all you
set
bastard
of tax laws.
public
So
school
all you
snobs have got nowhere
school
to hide.
snobs
Have got
And
nowhere
earlier
to
today-
hide. We
earlier
revoked your
today-
passport. We revoked
You want
your
them
passport.
back?
You want
want
to
'em
leave
back?
like you threatened before
You
the
wanna
election.
leave like you
That's
threatened
fine.
before the election. First,
That's fine.
you're gonna pay
First,
You're
you're
gonna
going to
pay
pay
back.
up.
Advance are
pay
going to
back.
turn this country from a
Advance
nation
are going
of
to
warring
turn this
individuals
country from a nation
into
of
a
warring
team.
individuals
to properly
into a
fund
team.
health and education,
to properly fund
to raise
health
the living
and education
standards of us
to
all,
raise the
The
living
pundits
standards of us
said we'd
all.
have to raise
The pundits
billions.
said we'd have to
But you'll
raise
see when
billions.
we've reclaimed
But
what's
you'll
ours.
see when we've
that's
reclaimed
absolute
what's ours.
ferret
That's
shite.
absolute
So to you
ferret
posh twats,
The
so to
people
you
who pay your
posh
pittance to serve them drinks in their
pay your
private
pittance
clubs, to serve them
the people
drinks
whose
in their
children
private
you
clubs,
raise,
the people
So
whose
they've got
children
time to
you
get even.
raise.
So they've got time to get
Advance
even.
have this to say to you. Advance have
ends
this to say
today.
to you. We
It
are coming
ends
for your
today.
sports cars and
We
your
are
mansions
coming for your
and your
sports
vineyards.
cars and
It
your
ends
mansions and
today.
your vineyards.
It
We will
ends
put the wealth
today.
of this country back.
We
where it
will
should
put
have
the wealth
always
of this
been.
country back
in the
where it
hands
should
of
have
the
always
people
been.
who created it. In the
It
hands of the
ends
people who created it.
Today. It ends.
Yes. It
Today.
ends today.
Yes.
It
And
ends
tomorrow
today.
we'll start making it
And
fair
tomorrow
again.
we'll start
Just
making
like
it
we
fair again.
promised we would.
And
Just
until
like we
then,
promised
ladies
we
and
would.
gents, and until then, ladies and
just
gents,
you'll
get pissed.
I can't argue with that.
Get pissed.
Thank you for your
argue
time.
with that.
Thank you for your time.
Well, then, interesting acceptance speech there. Interesting acceptance speech there. Apologies for the fruity language. And our apologies for the fruity language. Out for you in time. Hopefully we got that bleeped out for you in time. Someone's going to be in trouble. If not, someone's going to be in trouble. So, as the country braces itself for new government, as the country braces itself for new government, that's all from us this evening. We'll be back tomorrow with full coverage. We'll be back tomorrow day under with full coverage of the first day. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful. I'm Jeremy Donaldson. Have a peaceful.
And we're out.
Right, looks like you've got it now. Thanks for all the help, mate. I've got to go. Ferry's about to leave. Probably won't be coming back. Job's yours, mate. Good luck.
I'm not
This is
bad.
some
You
weird
are.
fever dream. Am I dying?
Don't worry, ladies. Now you can have
so
me,
lucky.
Johnny Hamsley.
I'll see you tomorrow night.
Not coming for a drink?
No, got a date. Johnny.
Try not to get murdered.
Alright, mate. Welcome to the archive. This is where you can have a quick look back at what you've done and how it looked to the public. There's 3 sections: broadcast, rushes and adverts. Let's start with broadcast. Click on it now. Over on the left, that's all the broadcasts that you've done. Click on any one of them and hit load tape. Once it's finished loading, you can use the rewind and the fast forward at the bottom there to help you get to the bit you want to see.
In a few moments, we'll be going live to tonight's national nightly news. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later.
Right, click on rushes and let's have a look at those. Right, this is the rushes room. It's pretty simple. The 4 screens you can see, they're going to show you the 4 signals you got from the studio during the actual broadcast. Difference is you can mute any combination of them so you can have a listen to you're done listening to the backstage secrets, hit back.